Hey roamers, so you may come across a situation where your pump just stops working. This is fairly common, and if you take this board out as much as I do, multiple times a week, it could happen at any time. Usually the cause is sand or dirt has gotten inside of the valve. So what you want to do is unscrew your pump like so. And as you can see, the inside is quite greasy. In this particular pump, it wasn't even working at all. It was extremely hard to push down and up, and no air was coming through. So what we want to do is take it completely out, and you'll notice in this case actually the gasket that goes around that little plastic piece there had come completely off. It's not good. If that's the case, no air is going to be trapped in that valve and it's not going to pump like it should. So in this clip I'm showing where it should go, in that little groove around the edge of the valve, like so. That white stuff is grease, and it's actually good. You want as much grease in there as you can get because that helps to close the seal in the pump. So the first thing you want to do is clean the valve around the side so there's no dirt or sand in that groove. You don't want to remove all the grease, and if you can leave some in the groove. But just make sure all of the dirt and sand and grime has been removed. Doesn't have to be spotless, and you don't have to clean the whole thing. The main part we're focusing on is that rubber gasket and the groove that it sits in. So after you've cleaned the groove, put the gasket back on if it's not in there already. The next thing you want to do is clean the rubber gasket, because if there's any dirt or sand on the outside on the actual rubber, it's going to cause a gap between that and the pump wall, and air is going to get through and it's not going to pump the way it's supposed to. Next, take a thin layer of grease from either the side of the inside of the pump or the top of the valve, wherever you can get it, and then recoat that gasket so there's a layer of grease on the outside where it meets the side of the pump wall. If you want to give your pump a full detail, you'll want to clean out the entire inside of that pump to make sure there's no sand or dirt in there as well. And then you'll want to get a can of that white grease and recoat the inside of the gasket as well as the inside of the pump. But if you're just trying to get your board out in the water, this is a quick fix and it should work just fine.